Hey scholars, it's Marathon. Alright, so I'm going to give you a chance to get out a piece of paper and a pencil so that you can go ahead and take those lovely notes. Because you know when I'm writing or typing, that means you're writing. Okay? Awesome. So take a second, get out your pencil and paper. I'm ready. Awesome job. Now we're going to go over our objective for today. So our objective, we know, is what our focus is today. And that is what skill are we going to learn today? So our objective for today is I can learn how to measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds. I can learn how to measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds. I can learn how to measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds. And with learning how to measure time, we're going to learn how to create a daily schedule. We're going to learn how to create a daily schedule. Beautiful job. So, two things, right? First, we're going to learn how to measure time. 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 We measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds. Hours, minutes, and seconds. So, time is something that we use every single day, right? I know that you're either looking at a clock on your phone, you're looking at a clock on your watch, or you may even have a clock in your house. Okay? For this lesson, we're going to look at our clock that looks like this. Okay? So, we're going to get ready to get into our lesson now. I'm also going to have some notes that you can go ahead and copy down, but while I'm talking, go ahead and take a chance to go ahead and jot down some things that you feel are important, okay? When something really, really important comes up, I'm probably going to call and respond awesome, so that you know that that's really important. It needs to stay in your head and make it really sticky for you, so you can go ahead and write it down, okay? Telling time. We know that we have to measure time every single day. We use time for everything, right? So, in measuring time, we oftentimes will use a clock. And we know there are different types of clocks. There are clocks like this that have all of the numbers in a circle. It has a shorthand and a longhand, right? So this is one type of clock. You also might have another type of clock on your phone, right? You may have another type of clock on your phone, which is a digital clock. So that shows you the hour and the minute. It shows you the hour and the minute, right? And then if you go ahead and click on your stopwatch, you can even look at the seconds. So there are two different types of clocks. You have a analog clock, which is like this, which means that you are going to see the shorthand and the longhand, as well as the tick marks in between. And then you also have a digital clock that looks like. All right, so the first way that we go ahead to the basics of learning how to measure time is to know what the hours, minutes, and seconds are on a clock. Okay, so take a look at the clock. What do you notice? What are some things that you notice about our clock? Okay, I noticed that there are two hands. There are two hands. There is a short hand and there is a long hand. There is a short hand and there is a long hand. Beautiful. Now, the short hand and long hand represent the two different things on the clock. The short hand represents the hour. The short hand represents the hours. Beautiful. The long hand represents the minutes. The long hand represents the minutes. Beautiful. So two hands on the clock. The short hand represents the hour, and the long hand represents the minute. Okay. Then what else do you notice when you look at that? What else do you notice? Yeah. So we have the tick mark, right, in between. So we have our small hand, we have our big hand, and then we have some tick marks in between. Now those tick marks represent the seconds. Those tick marks represent the seconds. Beautiful. Shorthand represents the hours. The long hand represents the minute, and then the tick marks in between represent the second. Okay? Now, in order to measure time, we look first at the hour and then the minute, and sometimes we're going to also look at the second. Okay? But the main way that we measure time is by looking at the hour and the minute. Okay, so we're going to look at the shorthand and the longhand. Now, before we go any further, I made up a little song for you guys so that you can remember which hands that we look at. So I'm going to make a beat. 1, 2, ready, go. We recognize the hours with the shorthand. We recognize the hours with the shorthand. We recognize the hours with the shorthand. That's how we the hours. We recognize the minutes with the long hand. We recognize the minutes with the long hand. We recognize the minutes with the long hand. That's how we minutes. Don't forget to tick mark in the middle. Don't forget to tick mark in the middle. Don't forget to tick mark in the middle. That's how we find seconds. Don't forget the hours with the short hand. Don't forget the minutes with the long hand. And don't forget the seconds with the tick mark. That's how we find time. So that's just a little reminder that in order to tell time, we need to look at the hours with the short hand, the minutes with the long hand, and then the seconds with the tick mark in between. Right? So now that I know that, I can go ahead and look at what else do I notice about how the clock is labeled. What else do I notice? I know that there's a short hand, a long hand, and tick marks in between. What do I notice about the numbers? What are you noticing about the numbers? Okay, right. So when I look at the numbers on a clock, there are two sets of numbers. There are two sets of numbers. And how many sets of numbers? Two sets of numbers. So there are the bigger numbers that go from 1 all the way up to 12. Okay? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay? Those big numbers represent the hours. The big numbers represent the hours. Awesome. And you'll always identify the hour by looking at where the short hand is. Okay? So if we're looking at this time right now, we know that the hour is going to be 12. We know that the hour is going to be what? 12. Beautiful. Okay. Now, what else do you notice about the numbers? So we have the bigger numbers from 1 to 12, which represent the hours. Then we have smaller numbers, right? We have the smaller numbers on top of the big numbers that are counting by what? Look really closely. What are the numbers on top of what are the smaller numbers on top of the bigger numbers counting by? I was what? Yes, they are counting by 5. They're counting by 5. So on top of the 1, you see 5. On top of the 2, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. Okay? So there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay? There's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Okay? So that means that we're going to be looking at the bigger numbers for the hours, and these smaller numbers right here, counting by 5, are going to represent the minutes. Okay? Then we know the tick marks in between can help us also recognize minutes as well, but the tick marks are going to represent 1 minute. Okay? So it's going to be 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Okay, awesome. So, quick review. We're going to go ahead and measure time using hours, using the minute, and then also seconds in between. All right? We know that there are 60 minutes in 1 hour. There's 60 minutes in 1 hour. Excellent job. Okay. So, if I just went ahead and did this, let's see if we can figure out what time it is. Let's see if we can figure out what time it is. So, when you write time or when you're figuring out time, you always look at the hour hand first. So remember, we tell the hours with the shorthand. Good. So we tell the hours with the shorthand. So we look at where the shorthand is, and we know the shorthand is at the what? The shorthand is at the what? Yes, the shorthand is at the 3. The shorthand is at the 3. Beautiful. The shorthand is at the 3. Now, so we know the hour is what? What hour is it? 3. Good. The hour is 3. Then we go ahead and look at the longhand on the minute. We check the minutes with the longhand. We check the minutes with the longhand. And we go ahead and look at the longhand and check what the minutes are. So we know the hour is 3 because we know we check the bigger number for the hour. Now we're going to check the small number where the longhand is pointing for the minute. So we know that it's 3 what? 3 what? 3, that's right, it's 3:50. So the time that I'm showing you is 3:50. The time is what? 3:50. Beautiful. Okay. Now, the second piece of what we're going to talk about, like I said, is going to be making a daily schedule. Okay. In order to make a daily schedule, we need to understand that along with our time being measured by hours, minutes, and seconds, it's also measured by AM and PM. AM and PM. Okay? Now, in order to help me out a little bit, I'm going to share my screen so we can go ahead and look at the document I made. Alright, so at this point in time, you should be able to see my document. Maybe for a second. Alright, there we go. So you should be able to see my document now. So, as you can see, there's a big clock at the top. And this is how to measure time. We already talked about this piece, which is that we measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds, right? For the hours, we check the shorthand. For the minutes, we check the longhand, okay? For the seconds, we check the tick mark in between, okay? Now, the second piece measuring time is AM and PM, like I said before. So AM is anything that's happening in the morning. AM is equal to morning. AM is equal to morning. Good. AM is equal to morning. Now the morning is from midnight to noon. The morning is from midnight to noon. So I'm going to go ahead right in the corner here and start using my clock. So anytime that you see the clock look like this, anytime you see the longhand and the shorthand at the 12, it's either representing 12 midnight or 12 noon. 12 midnight or 12 noon. 12 midnight or 12 noon. Beautiful. So anything from 12 midnight, which is in the middle of the night, to 12 noon is morning. Okay? Anything that happens between 12 midnight to 12 noon is the morning. Anytime, anything that happens from 12 midnight to 12 noon is in the morning. Okay? So think about that. Around what time do you think you get up for school? Do you think getting up for school happens in the AM or PM? Does getting up for school usually happen in the AM or PM? Does that happen between midnight and noon? Or does that happen at a different time? That's right. So we know that we usually get up for school in the morning, right? And in the morning, AM, we're getting up for school anywhere between midnight and noon, right? So I know you're not getting up for school at midnight, but you're probably getting up at maybe 7 or 8 a.m., which is in the morning and before 12 noon, okay? Now, PM is afternoon or evening. PM is afternoon or evening. PM is afternoon or evening. Beautiful. PM is afternoon or evening. So in the afternoon or evening, that is anywhere from 12 noon. So 12 noon, noon is usually lunchtime, right? 12 noon to 12 midnight. So from 12 noon to 12 midnight would be afternoon and evening. Afternoon and evening, okay? PM. So AM is morning, which is midnight to noon. PM is afternoon and evening, which is noon to midnight, okay? So now that we've covered AM and PM, morning, afternoon, and evening, let's think about a schedule. Let's think about a schedule. So, when do you think you would brush your teeth? When do you usually brush your teeth when you're getting ready? When do you usually brush your teeth when you're getting ready? Do you brush your teeth in the AM or do you brush your teeth in the PM? When you're getting ready to leave the house. When you're getting ready to leave the house, do you brush your teeth in the AM or PM? Think about that. Excellent job, Scarlett. You got it. So you brush your teeth in the AM, right? In the AM. And then you can attach whatever time in the AM that you usually think you brush your teeth. So if you get up around like 10 a.m., then around 10 a.m. is when you brush your teeth, right? Now, let's think about when would we usually have dinner? When will we usually have dinner? Will we have dinner in the AM? Will we have dinner in the PM? Think about it. When will we have dinner? In the AM or PM? You got it. So usually we have dinner in the PM, but specifically the evening, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and try to make my daily example. So we talked about how we would probably wake up. So in our day, we're probably waking up, getting ready, eating lunch, doing some other things in between. So I'm just gonna pick a few things, right? So we talked about when we would brush our teeth. So brush teeth. We said brushing teeth would happen in the AM, and brushing teeth would depend on what time you're getting up. So I'm just gonna say I'm getting up at 8 a.m. So I'm brushing my teeth at 8 a.m. Okay, 8 a.m. Okay. Then we talked about dinner. Okay, but we know before dinner comes what? Lunch. So they usually have lunch. So lunch. We know what happened in the what? You said that lunch usually happens around what time? Yeah, 12 noon. So lunch usually happens around 12 noon, right? So at 12 noon, that would technically be what? AM or PM? 12 noon would technically be what? Beautiful job. Yes, 12 noon would technically be PM. Okay? So 12 PM. 12 p.m. So I'm going to put that. I'm going to have lunch around 12 p.m. And then we talked about dinner. Okay? And we said the dinner would happen in the evening, which we know is in the, yes, excellent job, p.m. So I'm going to say maybe around like 6 p.m. p.m. we'll be having dinner. Okay? Now with your daily schedule, you can go ahead and add some things in between. But I just thought that I cover some major events that will happen in the AM and right? So we know that we're brushing our teeth in the AM, which is in the morning, anywhere from midnight to noon. We're having lunch at 12 p.m., which is at noon, which starts the afternoon. Then we're having dinner at 6 p.m., which is in the evening, which falls into noon to midnight. Okay? So we're going to have a really, really quick review because we know today we're learning how to measure time using hours, minutes, and seconds, and then apply that knowledge to create a daily schedule. So let's quickly go over it, okay? Get ready for our song again. I'm going to my beat. 1, 2, ready, go. We check the hours with the shorthand. We check the hours with the shorthand. We check the hours with the shorthand. That's how we check hours. We check the minutes with the longhand. We check the minutes with the longhand. We check the minutes with the longhand. That's how we check minutes. Don't forget to tick mark in the between. Don't forget to tick mark in the between. Don't forget to tick mark in the between. That's how we check seconds. Okay. Then we look at AM and PM. We also know the time using AM and PM. So we know that AM is you got it. AM is the morning, which is from when to when. What's morning? Good. Morning is from midnight to noon. Good. And then we also know the time using beautiful PM. And we know that PM is what? Good. Afternoon and evening. And we know that afternoon and evening occurs between what? Excellent. Yes. Noon to midnight. Awesome. And we know that if we're making a daily schedule, you think about the times that we would do things usually with AM and PM, right? So we thought about brushing our teeth. We know that's happening in the morning, which is in the AM. Good. And then we usually just attach a time when we think we're getting up. Then, we have lunch at noon, which we know is in the PM. Beautiful. That's why I said 12 p.m. And then we know we're having dinner in the great job, yes. Evening. We're having dinner in the evening. And we know that that's going to be PM. Excellent job. I'm going to stop sharing this screen so we can look at our clock in our now. So we know that we have different types of clocks. Okay? With this clock, we see our shorthand and longhand. Our shorthand is for the hours. Beautiful. Our longhand is for the minutes. Excellent job. And these tick marks in between represent the seconds. Excellent job. Then we know that we have different numbers on our clock, okay? The big numbers counted by ones represent the, you got it, yes, the hours. The big numbers counted by ones represent the hours. And then the minutes are represented by counting by, yes, the small numbers counting by fives represent minutes. And then the tick marks in between represent what again? Good, the ones in between the five. Awesome, guys. All right, scholars, give yourself a hand clap. You just learned how to measure time using hours, minutes, seconds, and you learned how to make a daily schedule. Super proud of you. Now, go ahead and take a look at some clocks in your hand and practice coming done. All right. See you later.